So, I have had to develop a very effective morning routine and day routine in order to stay productive and in order to, I don't know, be able to live in this pandemic. Keep in mind, I'm not a morning person, but I'm not a night person at the same time. Like, I can wake up early, I can stay up late, but do I like doing it? Absolutely no. Recently, what I've been trying to do before school or before I start my day is do something active, whether that's yoga or working out. Do I do that every day? Absolutely no. For example, today, as I'm filming this voiceover, I did not work out in the morning. This is kind of what I aspire to do instead of what I do every day. I guess putting it in film is gonna try and force me to do it every day. The day I did this, I actually also had a break. I had a day off from school, which is why I ended up doing both yoga and working out at the same time. Usually I have to spread them out because I just physically don't have time to do both. Personally, I hate working out, and I don't know, I just don't like the feeling it gives me because I get really exhausted. Sometimes I can do it, and sometimes if I find a good YouTube video, I can do it. Recently, I've been trying to do a 30-day yoga challenge, and that's the way I've been keeping active. Working out or doing yoga isn't necessarily something that you need to do. I guess the biggest point I'm trying to get across is that try and do something active so when you get out of bed, considering you sit all day and then you lay down for a really long time, your neck is sore, just get your blood and body moving. That'll help with kind of getting your activity up for the day. This can be doing stretches, which I'll talk about more later on, or just taking a walk, or I don't know, just doing 3 jumping jacks, or just not doing anything at all. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just do whatever you want to do. I'll link down below the usual stuff I do for working out or getting to move my body, but I recommend that you find something that suits you instead of doing what suits me, because everyone's different and everyone's needs are also different. This is just my personal take on things and what helps me personally. I don't agree with that whole thing that you have to dress well and put on makeup to I don't know, be productive, but occasionally I give in into that. It's not a stereotype, into that mindset, and it does sometimes help me, but right now I'm being productive, but I look like a little lump of clothes and human. I personally don't like to plan out my day by the minute and by the hour. I usually have I set objectives that I need to do for today, and I write them down. So for example, the homework I need to finish and whatever other personal things that I need to do. And then I just go with it. I don't follow it in a particular order. I don't, I'm going to do this for 45 minutes. Because personally, I never know what's going to happen, and I might not end up doing those things, and I might end up doing something else. But having minimal structure really helps. Also, something I wanted to share with you was the fact that I started doing a monthly wish list journal thing. And I really like doing it. I think it's really fun. This is probably the biggest thing I struggled with, is like getting mandatory work done first and then going on to like the fun stuff. I was always like, I don't want to do any of the hard stuff like math, physics, etc. And I'd like always do the fun, but trust me, the fun stuff is so much more fun after you kind of have like a lifted mind that you don't have to do anything else. So like this is probably the biggest thing. It's the hardest thing and the biggest thing to learn. Actually, my mom and I were recently talking about in my last video, I was in the beginning I was like cleaning up, but I was like watching a TV show at the same time, and my mom called me and was like, you know, like you shouldn't when you need to do something, don't watch TV shows because you like can't focus. You only focus on the TV show. Which is something I like wanted to mention. As you can see right now, I'm doing my art project and at the same time kind of watching something in the background. And I totally agree with what my mom said, is that if you have something important to do, don't like turn on a TV show to do. My art teacher actually like allowed us to, she was like, you guys, when you're working on your project, like turn on a TV show, do something. So I was fine with that in that case. So mom, please don't come for me. But I'd actually recommend listening to music more than watching something if you need something to kind of keep you going through homework. Podcasts can also be good. Sometimes some people function like really well when there's like talking. Some people have the opposite. So you either have music with like no words, or you like listen to a podcast, and you just gotta try what's easier for you and what helps you focus more. If you focus more in better silence, then you go do that. But I'd say just my recommendation is to explore what's easier for you and what helps you instead of harms you and distracts you, and then just kind of stick to that. I'd also say the other biggest thing is remember to take breaks, because like I just overexhausted myself and now I like don't have energy to do anything else. But if I take a break and then I come back to studying and doing whatever work, it'll be easier. So I'll talk about more of that in the next segment.
I realized I forgot to film for the rest of that day, so we're just gonna pretend that like this is all the same day. Just bear with me.
Because I forgot to film, we're starting over from the morning. Now I kind of get a chance to talk about stretching more. It's important to like let out your back, considering that a lot of the time we're just sitting or standing if I have a standing desk, but I don't, so my neck usually is dying by the end. And very important to do that. Like it saves you from headaches, it saves you from migraines, it saves you from everything. I also realized I forgot to film my workout, but just pretend I did, and yeah. What helps me get into homework is like eating a snack, because like, I don't know, it motivates me. Food just motivates me. So like, I recommend doing that, or doing something nice before starting homework, whether that is, I don't know, whatever is nice for you, if that makes sense. It's just like a personal thing. It's just personally, I like to eat something before. Not only does it give me energy, it also kind of gives me motivation. The other thing I was talking about is that like, you have to find what works for you. Meaning like personally, like I can only eat when I'm not doing homework. Like I can't eat and do homework at the same time because I focus on the eating and then I just kind of get distracted. If you're the type of person that can do both, then oh my god, I'm kind of jealous, but do that. So you just got to explore. This whole thing is just like exploration of what works best for you.
Something that like helps me not be stuck, like not get bored of homework, if that makes sense. Is like, for example, I have like 2 hours of history homework to do, but instead of doing it like a full 2 hours, I'll do like an hour, and then I'll do something in between, and then I'll do the other hour. So I like to like spread the same subjects out so that I don't get completely overwhelmed and bored. Okay, back to doing homework.
This has 145 terms. Oh my god, last one. And oh no, I have to do it one more time. Okay, now.
After doing about an hour of work sitting down, I like to stand up and stretch out my back, let it all out, because this prevents migraines, this prevents headaches, and this just sparks motivation.
Look at all my history homework. It's done. Oh, my hands are gonna die.
Try to do different types of breaks. If you do a longer segment of studying, then take a longer break. For example, taking a walk really helps, or eating a snack like I mentioned before. But it's just varied, so it's directly proportional, if that makes sense. So short break, short study, long break, long study. Also try and figure out if you work better in the evening or if you work better in the morning. This will help you have more quality work and be more productive. I'd say try both and then just draw conclusions from there. That's definitely how I did it. I didn't just know what works best for me. Because I work better in the mornings, towards the evenings, I already usually put on pajamas or comfortable clothes by that time. Can we also talk about the fact that I failed that transition? I clapped and then I snapped, and it's so stupid. Oh my god.
Look how big it's gotten. I'm so proud of this little plant.
Although I don't kind of have this productive day every single day, because most of the time I just lazy around. Kind of making it into a video is probably gonna force me to try and follow it more, and it's also gonna give me an opportunity and try and develop a more effective way of having a productive day. Does that make sense? I have a migraine right now, so I'm really not functioning. I'm cutting my hair tomorrow, which is really exciting. I'm really excited about that. Also, look at my nails. I got nail stick-ons that you cure with the lamp, and they look so good. I chipped this one because this wasn't the nail sticker's fault. It was my fault. Anyway, pretend you know. This there. It looks so good. Oh, I'm so proud.
Okay, let's wrap this video up with a conclusion. Main takeaways: in order to be productive, get your body woken up. Like I said before, yoga, stretching, working out, running, going down your stairs, anything really works. To find the perfect routine by just watching videos or reading something online doesn't really work. Don't get me wrong, those can give you some type of helpful advice, but the best routine is one that you make yourself. The reason I'm making this video is to show what I personally do, and maybe you'll use some of this stuff to build yours. Or maybe you'll realize that it doesn't work for you, and then in turn you'll also learn something. Taking breaks, though, I think is personally universal. Without breaks, your body gets too tired, and then you end up spiraling into a downward spiral. Taking breaks resets your mind, and then you come fresh to studying. Taking breaks when you're doing something difficult and you're starting to get frustrated also helps. My favorite phrase is evacuate yourself from the situation. I really hope that this was somehow helpful, and I wish you the best in finding your perfect routine.